They are responsible for violence all over the country, and now Senator Harry Reid is worried the threat could spread. We're talking about hate groups. Today, Senator Reid is criticizing proposed cuts to the FBI. That's the agency tasked with investigating hate groups. News 3's Denise Rosh is in the newsroom with more on this story. And Denise, this is a problem here in Nevada, too.
Yeah, Jim, according to the Southern Poverty Law Center, there are just over 1,000 hate groups in this country, 15 of which are active right here in Nevada. And some experts say homegrown terrorists might be a bigger threat to our security than any foreign enemy.
The federal building is gone, all floors to the roof.
Long before 9/11, there was Oklahoma City, the bombing at the Alfred P. Murrah Federal Building that killed 168 people in April of 1995, carried out by an American citizen, Timothy McVeigh, whose hatred of the federal government prompted the attack.
The FBI needs to infiltrate some of these groups and find out what they're doing and when they're going to do it.
Now, Nevada Senator Harry Reid is focusing attention on hate groups. He says a Republican proposal to cut more than $100 million from the FBI would hurt that agency's ability to monitor hate groups. And he's found an ally in Morris Dees, founder of the Southern Poverty Law Center.
These domestic terrorist groups in this country have killed 32 police officers in the United States since the bombing of Oklahoma City Federal Building.
For 40 years, Dees has worked to expose bigotry and hatred in our country. On his website, identifying 15 hate groups now operating right here in Nevada.
But in Nevada, you have 9 so-called patriot groups, the kind that Timothy McVeigh was a member of.
White man, stand up and fight!
Still, while you may disagree with what a particular group stands for, members do have a right to think and say what they choose. It's when the hate crosses a line towards violence the FBI can and will get involved. In a recent interview with News 3, UNLV Associate Sociology Professor Robert Futrell discussed his book, American Swastika, and the notion that the white power movement of the 1990s never truly disappeared.
Many skinheads are growing out their hair, covering up tattoos, trying to blend into society. They shop in the same stores that we do. They go to the same schools that we do.
And just 2 years ago, an 88-year-old white supremacist was charged with killing a security guard at the Holocaust Museum in Washington, D.C. A handwritten note found in the man's car reading in part, "The Holocaust is a lie." Senator Reid says while budget cuts are necessary in Washington, law enforcement is not the appropriate area.
If you take $135 million away from the FBI, it's going to hurt the FBI. I want the FBI to be strong and robust. I do not want them to be begging for money.
And Dees said today that he owes his life to the FBI. In 1998, agents identified a group of white supremacists before they could carry out a plot to kill him. From the newsroom, I'm Denise Rosh for News 3. Jim, back to you in the studio.
All right, Denise, thank you. A very serious threat out there. And the latest on this is that the Senate voted down the Republican spending plan with the FBI cuts in it. But it also voted down a Democratic alternative that cut less. Senator Reid hopes both sides will be able to sit down and hash out a compromise. The bigger picture here is the stalemate to fund the government that you've been hearing so much about. This is all caught up in that. Reid hopes both parties come up with a plan to fund the government when the current stopgap runs out next Friday. They don't have long to get that done.